Oh, hi guys, welcome back to JJ's Corner. After last week's euphoria and excitement of the Queen's Jubilee Platinum celebration, I think it is just fitting that the next philosophical talking head blog that I'm gonna do is about patriotism. How patriotic or unpatriotic are you? But we will go to that topic in a bit, in a while, because I just needed to do a little bit of a shout out to some of the people that I really have to in relation to this topic. So to start with, obviously, I would want to mention my alma mater, that is WMSU, which stands for Western Mindanao State University, and my props and CIs, my clinical instructors. Obviously, my cameraman for the day, Noel, my best mate, who will be flying to Manila. Manila, I'm so jealous, mate. I'm really jealous, but I'm happy for you. And of course, to my best mate there, Will and Mac in London, and also to my cousin in Manchester. That's you, Rams, his wife Ted, and their lovely children. And of course, my friend Rasdi, who will be flying soon again to the Philippines. Mabuhay. All of you are going except me, and he's going to Australia as well. My best mate, my buddy Ali, started doing the gym. That's really good for you. Greetings to your wife as well and to your children in Qatar. To Emmy in Canada, really thanks for dropping a line that encourages me to do a lot of blogs. Thank you so much for your faith. And also to the Iglesias, one of my avid fans. They are actually my former props and CIs. They are now based in uh, where? Of course, they are based in Florida. I nearly forgotten it. And my friend, special friend, Sir Joey Tuging, but would like to be addressed as Joey. Yeah, I said that right, Joey Tuging, who just arrived again from the Philippines, but he's now in Southern Cali. So, who else that I needed to mention? Of course, some of my friends like Victoria, who hails from Zimbabwe, my high school classmate, Dave, who is now in Kenya, my partner in crime, Jane Adair. Where are you, mate? Show up. I'm really missing you. You're not in Chester Zoo. I've been telling you, come. We're still recruiting. So, who else? Uh, yeah, I'm thinking of a friend. She just came into my mind. Her name is Judith. She is one of my special friend, my high school, no, I should say college classmate, and she's now based in Northern Marianas Island. My cousin Ruai in Dublin. There you go, Ruai. I've already said the first shout out to you, and of course, to a very special friend, Kasia. All right, Kasia, you're in. She's from Poland, and you might be asking, guys. I just said that my topic is about patriotism, but why did I start talking about or greeting all about these people? Well, it has nothing to do of trying to say that I'm a well-traveled person, I'm a cultured person, but it has something to do with my topic being patriotic. Because sorry for that. Uh, Most of the people who come to a country, most of them are immigrants. For example, in UK, that is a very typical example. So we adopt UK as our second country. We are not natives from this country, but we tend to integrate because this is the country that we learn to love, that we learn to adapt, as I said. But how are you with your being uh, patriotic, as I say? How do you show your patriotism? Is it by wearing this shirt, England, having this hat when there's a celebration regarding the Queen, the royalty, or whatsoever, blah and blah, using the Union Jack, the flag, the bantings, or whatsoever? Or if you're in the States, come 4th of July, celebrating the Independence Day, and you are singing loudly the Star Spangled Banner, or every last week of November, the Thursday, that's the Thanksgiving. Or it can be just like loving your alma mater. For example, I've got a cousin who graduated from Florida, and this is the shirt. Guess how old is this shirt? It's 20 odd years, but I couldn't let go. but I managed to ask his permission to get this one as a props. So there you go. Those are the example of being patriotic, not just to your country, but to where you come from, to where you belong. You can say it's a melting pot of culture as well, but we're gonna discuss that at some point as an additional featured videos. But I have this kind of thought like also you have to look at your physical attributes because there are some people, for example, I'm just delineating a bit, but it has something to do with the topic as well. For example, your physical attributes, even though you adopted a particular country, you're being patriotic, but they say, oh, he's not from here. Look at his nose. For example, me, I will never be a British prototype when I say that, a native prototype, because from the nose itself, it will say that I'm not a native of this country, but I love UK. I'm a proper British person. I would say an Englishman. Why did I just say a proper one? Sorry for the word. But you can also say the quality attributes, our caring nature, will give people some clue when you met them the first time, when they met you the first time, that where you originally came from. And in fact, genetically speaking, one of the reasons why our scientists and archaeologists has come to an agreement or disagreement with the Darwin's theory of evolution is because of our physical attributes and genetic makeup. But let's not gonna dwell on that. It's too educational. This has to be a bit lighter than that. And also, you have to look at how we evolve. It's nature, nurture versus what you call that one, nurturing our environment. We can evolve through it, and it's your upbringing as well. For example, you could be a mixed breed. I would say you came from an Asian family, an Asian mom, but your dad is English or British, and then you could be from the Philippines or Venezuela. No mixed races at all, but your upbringing is totally in the British way. So, what do you say? It's quite debatable. So, how patriotic are you? Will you show your original native country or your adopted country? Or you can have it both ways, and it's a win win situation because there's always a way of showing your patriotism in a different way without hurting one or the other. But on the other hand, you have to look at that. There's also a different story for immigrants to UK, whether they are real immigrants or economic immigrants. Some of them just really don't want to discuss about their country. They're not patriotics because they wanted to forget. They're traumatized. They were displaced by war. So they want to bury bad the bad memories, the information that they don't want people to know. They wanted to bury under the sun. And of course, there are people who just wanted to have a new lease of life. They don't want it to be identified as poor and impoverished, but everyone is entitled to that. After all, we live in a free society. So you just have to integrate yourself. But always remember, there's this always a very old cliche that I was taught by my profs. I've listened to this when I was in high school. They say, wherever you go, always remember that you can take the boy out of the country, but you can never take the country out of the boy. So, in a nutshell, you have to be patriotic wherever you want it to be identified, to identify yourself, be it in your native country, your adopted country. It's your choice. So there you have it, guys. It's a bit of a long blog, but I'm sorry for engaging you. But I think sometimes we have to talk things that are a bit philosophical, debatable, relatable, just like me. I've been here in UK for the last 20 years, but I've learned to relate. Being British and also my native country, guess where I came from? You probably know where I am from now by this time. So to end it, to sum it, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and you know what to do. It's always JJ's Corner. Thank you so much.